Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. In today's video, we are going to be talking about stem rot. Now guys, this is a very old video. Touch wood, I do not have any stem rot right now, and hopefully that remains the same. Now this is a very old video, so I'm going to share a little bit on this topic. Now stem rot, there are a couple of reasons why a succulent can have a stem rot, mostly related with watering. Either you are overwatering your succulents, due to which there is a root rot which then connects to the stem, due to which even the stem starts to rot. Apart from that, if you have really bad soil, you can again have a stem rot. If you're underwatering your succulent for a very long time, and if your environment is very humid and you haven't been watering and the climate is very warm, again that can lead to stem rot. Apart from this, let's say you have done a stem cutting and you didn't let the cut to callus and you added water, there is again going to be stem rot. Another factor can be, let's say that you have done a stem cutting, you have let it callus, but there are no roots present. You added the cutting into the soil and you started watering without the stem having roots. Again, that can lead to a stem rot also. So all these factors are related with stem rot. Now, can we save a succulent that has a stem rot? Definitely, if you have noticed stem rot in an early stage, you can quickly cut off the infected part and save the rest of the succulent. But this is only possible if you detect stem rot in the early stage, when it just starts to begin. Let's say that you just notice that your stem has started to rot, so immediately go ahead and cut the infected part and do not let it spread onto the remaining part of the healthy succulent. Now over here, as you can see, this was completely rotted, the stem was completely rotted, only a little bit of the crown area was left, but there was no chance of saving this particular succulent because the stem had already rotted and the rot had already reached the crown area as well. Now the worst part about this is that you cannot even do a leaf propagation, because you can see the leaves are all turned black. Now that's because the stem was rotted, it had turned black in color, and that transferred onto the leaves, due to which these leaves have also rotted, they have turned darker in color, which means that these leaves cannot be propagated. But you can see this is the upper portion and the rot has already reached into the upper portion as well. Even this will not be able to survive. The rot has already hit the crown area. So that's the reason why you have to be extremely careful that the moment you see your stem is starting to rot, immediately cut off the infected part. Now as you can see, this stem started to rot because it was a stem cutting, and the same day when I did the stem cutting, it started to rain. I didn't had any option and the entire stem got wet. It didn't even get calloused. So this is how it turns out to be. If you do not callus your stem cuttings, and if water or moisture comes in contact with the stem, this is how the stem is going to turn into. Unfortunately, nothing can be done once the stem is completely rotted or turned dark in color like this. Nothing can be done. The succulent is completely gone off. Now even the crown area, as you can see, the moment I'm going to touch the leaves, all the leaves are going to fall apart. Even though these leaves tend to look really fresh, but if you're going to take a closer look at the ends of the leaves, they are slightly transparent in color, which means that the rot has already affected them. So unfortunately, all this is going to go into trash. So always remember, it's never too late. The moment you see that the stem is starting to turn black, immediately cut it off. But as they say, prevention is better than cure. So always ensure that your soil is loose, porous and well draining. Ensure that it doesn't get very compact. Otherwise, it's going to lead to stem rot. Have a balanced watering, have a scheduled watering. Do not keep your succulents underwatered for a very long time. Do not keep them overwatered. Do not keep the soil moist for a very long time. That can again lead to stem rot. Apart from that, whenever you're doing any kind of stem cutting, ensure that the cutting has to callus. Do not add any water or moisture to that cut part. It has to callus. Usually takes around 2 to 3 days. Post which, again, you have to be very careful. If you're putting it into the soil, ensure that you do not water the pot. You have to wait for the roots to appear and then only water the cutting. So to be on the safer side, once the stem cutting has callus, just keep it on a dry surface. Let it air root. Once you notice the roots are present, then add it into the soil. Wait for another 2 to 3 days and then go ahead and water the soil. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe and keep propagating.